Okay, now we're on activity 2.08 in Word Chapter 2. This is on formatting text in cells. And we're going to go to the first row of the table and we're going to select the name here. Just drag the mouse over it. And we're going to do a Control B to make it bold. And we're going to change the font size to 16. Then we're going to go to the Page Layout tab. And we're going to go to the paragraph group right here. And we're going to click spacing after up spin arrow 3 times. So spacing after 1, 2, 3. And it gives us 18 points. And I just did it on the wrong line. So let's go back down here. And we're supposed to be on this line and hit it 3 times and put some space after. Okay. And using the technique you just practiced in the second column, pick the last paragraph of every cell and add 18 point spacing after the last paragraph. So here's the last paragraph. I'm going to do a Control Y here and see if that'll increase the spacing for me, and it does. And I'm going to go here and do Control Y, and here and do excuse me, do a Control Y again. Oh, and I can't do it now because that just messed it up. So 1, 2, 3, and go down here and do 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now it messed up my first line indent here for some reason. So we're going to have to, let's see, put another tab in, a tab stop right there. For some reason it moved the tab stop over. There we go. Whoops. Looks like it's in just a little further. That's hard to get just right. Well, we're going to cheat here. We're going to take all of them and we're going to send them all to the same spot. There we go. Okay, in the second row of the table, point to the word objective and drag downward to select all of the labels here in the first column. You gotta be a little careful. If you go too far, you end up getting the other column. And we want those to be bold. We can do a Control B. I think it's the easiest way. Or we can use the button on the toolbar. In the cell to the right of experience, right here, without selecting the following comma, select sales, retail sales representative, which would be then from here over to here. And again, you got to be careful about going too far. And we want that to be bold. And we want that for our other job titles as well. Sales associate, Control B, salesperson, Control B, and oh, it says do not bold part-time. So let's do a Control B on that again to make it back to normal. And then in education, we want University of Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, to be bold. And we want the name of the other college attended to be bold as well. And in the same cell, click anywhere in the line beginning bachelor's. So click on this line right here. And we want 12 points after. So we'll go back to the Page Layout tab and bounce on the spin button twice. And it gives us a little space in there, which makes it a little bit easier to read. In the cell to the right of experience, under Retail Sales Representative, click anywhere in the second bulleted item. And we want 12 points after, so bounce on that twice. And then we're going to do the same thing under this one. We're just trying to put some logical spacing in here. And there we go. And that is the end of 2.08. And it says to save your document, so we will. Now we're on 2.09. We want to change the table borders. And we need to do a Control Home to move to the top of the document, which happens to still be in the table right now. And point slightly outside the upper left-hand corner, it says to display the table move handle, and click it once to select the entire table. That's a quick way to select the entire table. And we're going to go to the Design tab under Table Tools. And in the Table Styles group, which is this one here, we want the borders, and we want to select no border. Okay. In the File tab, we want to do a print preview. And click the Print tab, and that's what our document's going to look like. And we want to go back to the Design tab here, it says, and make sure the table is still selected, which it is. And in the Table Styles group, click on the Borders button, arrow again. And this time we want to choose the bottom item here, Borders and Shading, which gives us more options. And then under Setting, over here on the left, click the Custom button, which is this one down here. And then under Style, we want to scroll down. We want a thick upper line and a thin lower line. So a thick upper line and a thin lower line, that would be this one. And over on the right, we want that at the top. And then the other one we want is the thin line on top and the thick line on the bottom. We're going to put that here. And we're going to click on OK. And now if we go back and look at our document, we've got those lines above and below everything. And click anywhere in the text, Daniela Stone or John Stone. And then on the Page Layout tab, in the Paragraph group, click the spacing before, and we want 18 points before. So we want a little space here between her name and the border at the top. And the last thing it has us do is go to the Backstage View, which is another way of saying click on the File tab. Go to the Info tab and go over here to Properties and Show Document Panel. And this is where we add a little bit of extra information here. And I'm going to put my name. And then for keywords, we're going to type in resume, comma, Word, table. And then we can close that when we're done. And now we're going to save it. And that is the end of Project 2A.